So welcome back, guys, to our channel.
Welcome back.
In this video, we want to talk about our life plans. And it's a bit crazy for me, actually. Maybe Sarah's more used to it, but I'm just like, okay, speaking to the camera, this is like, quite a lot of people are seeing this. And it's a bit weird, like, but it's cool, right? So you guys are interested in our life plans. So we'd like to share them because maybe it's an interesting video for you. But no, the plans are really cool, right?
The plans are nice.
So why not?
And the thing is quite funny to talk with Thomas about the future because he doesn't like talking about the future.
That's not entirely true.
No, but
Shats.
we can definitely say that
I can't think about too far ahead in the future.
No, true.
Right?
Yeah.
You're a bit focused on too far ahead. And I'm like, all right, just one step
by step.
Step by step.
And I'm more like, what are we doing in 50 years? No, not that intense. But the thing is, I'm a Taurus, zodiac sign, sun sign Taurus. He's a Cancer. That means I'm more on the search for a base. I need to find a base where I know, okay, well, I always say where I have the Christmas decoration in the basement and blah, blah, blah.
And I was like, is that really
And you're like,
for
do you really need that?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, I really need it. And Thomas is more the person of, yeah, let's see where the life takes us. You know, he's a water sign, a Cancer. He's like, let's flow with life. And I'm like, I need to be grounded somewhere. And that's all about the future as well, because we are both from different countries. I'm from Germany, he's from England. And as you guys know, we lived 1 year in the Netherlands because we thought, okay, let's meet in the middle somewhere. And we both really like Amsterdam and the Netherlands. But that was actually the most horrible year we had, health-wise.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be different now. But, yeah.
But anyway, the point is that
we're still on the search for
so
a home.
we met in Thailand, as
Yeah.
you guys know, and it's just like we both just love that being in those countries or being in that side of the world. I don't know really why.
I can't explain it either.
It's like as soon as we're back in Europe, we're like not really feeling this. Like
6 months to go, then we can go again.
yeah,
It's more like
so
waiting.
we know, like what Sarah just said with the Taurus and the Cancer. It's like I would ideally like to be in the place where I feel the best.
Obviously.
And there's lots of opportunities, and you're just resonating more with that place. And that place for me is Southeast Asia or Thailand or Bali or somewhere like that. It's just like drawn to that. It's like I just knew that I wanted to go traveling to Thailand, but I didn't really know why. I didn't really have a reason, but it just, well, I know why now, Shuds, to meet you, of course. But at the time, I didn't know, right? So that's a similar thing. It's like, yeah, so we've had these kind of thoughts for a long time, but we didn't really put them into like a fruition.
Yeah, but also it sounds a bit crazy if you think about it. Let's move to the other side of the world.
Yeah, we just thought, oh, okay, yeah, we'd like to go there again and like to travel a bit more.
Yeah.
But this trip was really... We really were considering it, that it would be like an actual option for us. So when we were in Koh Phangan, that was when it first came about, that we were like, okay, we like this vibe. There's a bit of weird, strange people here sometimes, but yeah, we spent quite a long time there, so we definitely did like it. But when we came out of Koh Phangan, we realized some things about it that you didn't realize when you're actually in Koh Phangan.
We spent 4 months on one island, apart from 4 or 5 days Koh Tao. So we can really talk good about these experiences, I would say.
And I don't want to talk bad about Koh Phangan.
No, Koh Phangan
we really like it.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of like an escape from the world, or
escape from reality, I would say.
Escape from reality, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my first time Koh Phangan, actually my third. So I spent a long time already on that one island. And the thing is, when you're there, you're like in heaven. You're literally in heaven. They're the most beautiful beaches you can possibly see, probably. The vibe there is just, you can't find that mix of spirituality and ceremonies and possibilities of I'm allowed to be who I am and to live your life to the fullest. You don't find that vibration somewhere else in Thailand, I would say, apart from Pai. But also Pai is a very different vibe. It's more different. And we realized when we left Koh Phangan, we went to Bangkok for, I think, 3-4 days. And then we flew to Bali to spend another month. And just to compare Bali to Thailand, you can't really compare it, I would say. And I do prefer Thailand. But Bali is a different vibe.
Well, the thing is, with Koh Phangan, I think it's a really cool place to go as a tourist. In terms of living there, it's a bit like you would really have to go into that lifestyle of it's like a bit hippie style, you know? Like,
Which I love.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like you would just have like a bungalow and, you know, you just go to the beach and just like
do spontaneously
some acro yoga on the beach, on the sand, and you just like, and I think for some people it's good to get a feel for that kind of, oh, okay, this is how people go and this is how I feel here, and it's like, yeah, just a different vibe. But we realized after we left that that's not really, we don't want to do that every day, you know. You don't want just the whole day to just be just driving around on a scooter and just go to the beach and chill. And it's a bit like, it's really like, just imagine like you're on a deserted island and like,
yeah,
like it's like a movie where people like are stuck on a deserted island, so they decide just to relax, just to have fun, just to eat food, just to socialize, and then that's it.
Partying, a lot of partying there as well.
Yeah. Like
you probably know Koh Phangan because of the full moon party, which is not the side of the island where we stayed for these 4 months.
We didn't go there really at all.
No, not at all. I wouldn't even
that's like where people
there.
Drinking a lot of alcohol, getting really drunk, having these full moon parties. We were on the sort of the spiritual side of it, which
on the west.
Yeah,
side.
they have these events where you can go to. They have this inner work. They have
I love it.
Tantra and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we really liked it, but we realized that we don't really want to live there permanently because we don't want to be in this like detached bubble. That's like good for a short period of time, right? To maybe have a little break from your daily life. And there is some things, some luxuries, what we would say luxuries in today's world.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not accessible there as well, which is sometimes quite nice, right? Like, in one time in Bali, like Sara got her hair done for like really much less price than say in Munich, right? But it was like the best one that you had,
It was the best hairdresser I've ever been to, and the cheapest. And we only realized after leaving Koh Phangan that actually we love Koh Phangan so much and we definitely want to be there as much as we can, but we don't want to live our life every day there. And when we've been to Bali, and it was your second time Bali? Was it my third time Bali as well? We realized that what our goals are, it just fits better to the Bali lifestyle. Connecting to people on a different level as well, also on a business level, which is for me, for example, quite important because I'm doing social media since 7 years. And if on Koh Phangan, I always have the feeling I'm a bit stuck there alone with what I'm doing, which is not the case. I know that there are so many content creators, but they all do very different content than I do, or that we both do. I just feel that in Bali, I feel a bit more comfortable living, which is nothing against Thailand, because you all know that Thailand is like our favorite place where possibly be. But to actually live life, I think we realized
at this point in our lives.
Yeah, at this point in our lives, which can always change.
Yeah, so we have a lot of goals together that have been put on pause because of my health problems. So we wanna just get going, you know. We want to create stuff. We want to build stuff together.
Connect with people and to live the life we want to live.
In Bali, we can really see ourselves being there.
Yeah.
And doing all these things. Yeah, that's the realizations that we had when we were in Bali, and comparing it to Koh Phangan.
And we did actually so much more socializing there with the Bali people. Like, I've never socialized as much with Thai people than with the Balinese people. We found true friendships, I would almost say, with some waiters there. And
yeah, it was quite hard to be there at first because they've been so negatively impacted by Corona.
It was hard to see, that's for sure. Yeah. But that's just the reality you have to face if you travel to Southeast Asia. It's very different to Europe. Like
sometimes we saw like an old man like looking in the bins for food. So it was nice to be there. But then we're also very interested into learning about their culture,
supporting
learning about
them,
their traditions, and it's really easy to connect with these Balinese people. They're just so friendly, like the most friendly people I've ever met, pretty much. And so genuine, you know. So we really like fell in love with
the Bali people
the people there
and the island.
The island. There's a lot of like Australian people, expats. There's a lot of also influencers there. By the way, if you are like thinking about going to Thailand or Bali or something, then like we both say, just go, you know, like if you can go or you're thinking about it, then
as long as possible.
Yeah, then do it, because it's a really cool experience.
Yeah.
So we also have plans. Well, that's our plans in terms of like, okay, we're not really happy being in Europe, living in Europe. Can we see ourselves being here, building a life at this point in time?
Right now here?
Not really, no. We want to go somewhere else. We want to go where we feel the best and we can get the most out of this life experience and enjoy ourselves and create and build things together. And that is in Bali. So that's like the goal, to move there as soon as possible.
Yes.
Whenever it's possible.
Yeah. And we've already decided that when we were in Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another things, the reason why I say go traveling or go to this side of the world if you want, is because we do have some more plans. Because Sarah actually hasn't been like proper backpacking yet. So
guys, I just always get stuck in Koh Phangan. Like
she
every
goes
year.
to Thailand and then goes to Koh Phangan.
I'm like, okay, this year, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. And I'm like, okay, 4 months Koh Phangan, no problem.
The thing is, we wanted to do this on this trip, right? But because I was so sick, so unwell, so depressed and so messed up every day from just like eating, we literally had to stay inside the whole time. You know? We hardly did anything, right? So
it wasn't possible. And also COVID-wise, to be honest, it wasn't possible. Cambodia wasn't open enough. Vietnam, just with a very difficult visa at that time. So the next time it will hopefully look a lot different.
Yeah, that's why we also stopped filming the videos, because
we just didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything. We're like, we don't want to bore you guys with like me just like sat around being depressed. Like, what is that going to do, you know? So our plans, when it's possible, before moving to Bali, is to do some traveling again, but for Sarah, some proper backpacking. And that'll be really cool for me as well to do it again, because I did Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. That was after I met Sarah. Traveled for 3 extra months and did those extra countries. Just like going through, spent a month in Vietnam. I think it was 2 weeks in Cambodia, like 2 weeks in Laos, I think. But we'd like to do something similar again. So that's when we can really get going with the vlogs. We can take you on that journey through all these countries, and we would like to do a lot more travel content, right?
Oh,
it's
so
just
much
like,
more.
That's one of our biggest...
That's why we started that channel.
Yeah, that's one of our biggest passions, but like we haven't been able to travel at all. And I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people with,
COVID
with the
hit
situation,
it, so,
you know? I'm not saying that we're the only people that have had difficulties, but we'd really love to get that travel content out there and provide videos that really make it encouraging or inspiring and motivating for those of you that want to do it, but maybe you're a little bit afraid or don't have anyone to go with. And I would say if you're alone and your friends don't want to go and you're a bit scared to go traveling alone, just do it, because Thailand and these Southeast Asian countries are really mostly safe, I would say, just from my experiencing the country. So yeah, do it. So we want to put out a lot more travel videos, which will take you through that journey with us on what we're doing and what we're seeing and the best things to do in that country and the best places to eat in that country and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of like content coming up, but it's like,
when
you guys have been waiting like so long, and
like
we really appreciate that you're still with us. You're still really interested in our story and everything when we haven't been giving anything back, but it's all been going on behind the scenes. Okay, so thank you for listening to this video, guys, and hopefully it inspired you, or it was fun to watch or hear that our plans about the future.
Yeah,
we're excited anyway.
We are very excited, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then you can give a thumbs up and subscribe.
Thumbs up.
And if you have any wishes for upcoming videos, let us know always in the comments down below, and I would say we see each other next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Tschüssi.
Tschüss.